This is The Clash, where the real world clashes with a true Christian worldview. Join former professional wrestler Chris Whaley, known as the Masked Saint, who is an author, pastor, and teacher that brings his wrestling skills into the squared circle and tackles real-life issues. Along with Jeff Dixon, best-selling author, internationally known teacher, leader, and pastor who is not afraid to tackle the tough issues of the world we live in. Together they form a tag team of wisdom in The Clash.
Hi, and welcome to The Clash, where we take a Christian worldview, allow it to clash into the culture around us, and when we're done, hopefully we do something that's productive, that will encourage, enlighten, and entertain. I'm Jeff Dixon, but you're really here to see and watch and listen to the guy in the other chair, under the hat. He is the saint, the one, the only, Chris Whaley. How we doing, Chris?
Man, I'm doing great. And you really give that too much, in the intro. But
No, I want to give it the pomp and circumstance that you deserve. A man of your dignity and royalty and esteem. And I mean, you got an earned doctorate, man. I graduated with a Lottie. Who'd have thought of? I mean, you're like the man.
hey, that and about $2.50 will get you a cup of coffee anywhere you go.
Not at Starbucks.
Not at Starbucks.
Not at Starbucks.
Yeah. Hey, we got a good one today, don't we?
I think it's going to be fun.
What is it? Tell us.
We're going to talk about Jeff and Chris's, or Chris and Jeff's, all-time favorite movie quotes.
Oh, and I got to show you my shirt.
Okay.
What does it say?
I speak fluent movie quotes. There you go.
There you go.
And the beauty of that, I mean, the idea behind this show is the fact that, if people watch movies at all, they end up quoting the most memorable lines. And some of these movie lines have been around so long, or they keep getting quoted or requoted, and then eventually misquoted, where they're not even close to the original anymore. But people know where they came from, they remember the movies, they remember the scenes. And so what we're going to do is, if you've got a list, I've got my list. We're going to just kind of throw our favorite quotes back and forth. We'll give whatever context we need to set up the quote. And then, if there's any spiritual implications to it, or why we think it resonates, why us or with other people, we can share that. If this works, this will be a great, fun show for you to watch. And if it doesn't work, then this is going to be a miserable half hour. So we'll see what happens. And so to quote a movie line that's not on my list, I'll be back. And then we'll be back right after this break. Chris, I was just thinking while we take a break here in the show, wouldn't it be nice if you could go somewhere and shop and get high quality merchandise that would have a lasting impact? Wouldn't that be good?
I think that would be absolutely awesome.
Well, I've got a suggestion for you, because what is your favorite saying?
Don't tap out.
Look at that. How about a Don't Tap Out
smokes.
t-shirt? And look at the logo on the back.
What's on the back? The Clash.
That's one of my favorite shows.
It's on my top list too.
And people could go and buy this from our store. Now you say, how do you get to the store? Well, right now there's a QR code on the screen. If they use that QR code, they can go and they can buy. Name something. We'll see if they can buy it there. What do you want to buy?
Probably. I want to get a long sleeve hoodie.
You know what? You can get a long sleeve hoodie there.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what else? If you had a baby tomorrow, you could get Clash baby gear at that same store. Yep, you can get that. All that's available at the Clash store. So if you haven't been to the Clash store, you're one of the few people in America that hasn't been there yet. And so check it out. Buy our stuff. It makes us money. It makes us happy. Okay. Go to the Clash store. Welcome back. We're getting ready to share with you our all-time favorite movie quotes. I'm pumped about this. It should be fun. And I think, even as we get into it, movie quotes really are a part of our cultural dialogue. They give you storytellers that use film. I mean, they pay a lot of attention to the dialogue or the lines that are in the films, because you never know what piece is going to come out of that, what piece becomes memorable. It's kind of like we as followers do with the Bible, right? You never know what's going to resonate with you, with me, what we remember, what we quote, or sadly, what we misquote sometimes. So there is a spiritual vibe or dynamic, I think, to this whole phenomena of movie quotes. But I'm anxious to hear what you got on your list and see if they made my list, and see if your list is as good as my list. I mean,
it's not. It's not. I can go ahead and tell you, you're in your heyday when we're doing something like this.
No, I don't know about that. Okay.
No, you're great at this.
Well, throw your first one out, and let's see what we come up with.
Well, I didn't put these in order that I like them.
Mine aren't either.
Yeah. So I got one from Rocky Balboa.
Oh, okay. I have one from Rocky as well.
Yeah. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Now that came out of Rocky Balboa, right?
Yeah,
the film
Rocky
itself,
Balboa,
which is really the end of the series.
Yeah.
Why does that resonate with you?
Well, I think faith, when you look at it in a faith, way, faith isn't about avoiding hardship. And it's about endurance. And so that's always made me think of that. So I don't know. Is that on your list?
No, that one's not on my list. But of course, Rocky is one of my favorite movie characters.
Ooh, I love
so
that.
I mean, I actually have as my favorite line from Rocky is the one that showed up in all of the films except the last one, which is simple. Yo, Adrian. I mean, it was the way that Rocky said hello, hi, hey, let me have your attention. Yo, Adrian. It resonates, though, because it was his unique way of talking to, calling out Adrian,
right,
and trying to get her attention.
Yeah.
And why it resonates with me, though, is because the spiritual vibe of it is very simply because, I think God speaks to each one of us in a way that we hear and maybe only we respond to. Mm-hmm. He does what he does to get my attention, which may not be what he does to get your attention at all. And so for Rocky to go, yo, Adrian, that was a very natural part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And even though he does it in every film except the last one, the one we remember the most is at the end of Rocky 2, when he holds up the belt.
Yo, Adrian.
He said, yo, Adrian, I did it.
Yeah.
That's the moment with the music swelling behind it, but that's that's the one that most people remember. But it shows up over and over. I think it was like 5 or 6 times in the very first film.
Yeah.
That the line was, yo, Adrian.
Think about how that guy is cashed in. I mean, how many Rocky movies were there?
Well, it's 6, right? Yeah.
And then
the Creed movies.
And then how many Rambo movies?
Oh, well, Rambo continues to keep going. But Last Blood was supposedly the last Rambo movie. And now they're going to come out with a new series of Rambo films that is a young John Rambo.
Oh, wow. And then The Expendables.
Oh, yeah. 4 movies?
Done 3 of those.
I think it's 4, isn't there?
Oh, is there 4?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, Stallone is an institution.
He's cashed in.
And now he's Tulsa King.
Yeah.
But that's not a movie, so we're not going to quote that. And probably because of the language, we probably wouldn't use it in this series anyway. So.
Well, tell me one of yours.
Well, mine again is out of that same era that Rocky came out, and it's from The Karate Kid. You know what it is? Mr. Miyagi says it.
Look eyes, always look eyes.
Oh no! It's wax on.
Wax on.
Wax off. Where he's telling him how to wax the stinking car.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that is that the producers of that film thought if there was going to be something that came away from that film, the iconic moment was going to be when he does that crane pose at the end and does that one-legged kick and wins it.
Yeah.
And while that's spectacular, that really doesn't become the memorable things in the movie. What becomes memorable in that movie is that sage advice from Miyagi on how to learn to wax a car, same way you learn to fight, wax on, wax off. And the simplicity of it is what resonates with me. Because again, my gosh, I mean, I try to make life so complicated. Oh yeah, up, down, it's just all those motions.
Show me sand the floor.
It's sometimes it's the simplest things.
Yeah.
That if we could just do those right, our life would be radically different. So for me, wax on, wax off is one of those things that I kind of hear in my head when I'm doing something that seems mundane, but really does matter. I mean, the other way I say is, I'm going to go pound that rock. I don't know why. I'm just going to pound the rock because that's what God wants me to do today. And at the end of the day, you're accomplishing what you were created to accomplish.
Right.
So All right, what do you got? Give me another quote.
Shawshank Redemption. Get busy living or get busy dying. I love that.
Okay, so why? Why is that on your list?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that because I wrote the reasons
you have notes?
down.
Oh, you have some notes, okay.
I wrote it down. I said, God calls us to abundant life, not a passive existence.
Okay.
So, got to get busy living, get busy dying, one or the other. And I choose to do the first one.
Oh, yeah, you want to go with the living?
Yeah, get busy living.
Well, but every day we're living, we're dying a little bit.
Yeah, did you have that one on your list?
That is not on my list.
Hey, we're doing good so far.
So far, yeah.
We're not. Yeah, see, you've got all the great ones.
No, I just probably have the easy ones.
Yeah. What have you got?
Well, my next one is from a character that shows up more than once in my list.
Oh.
Okay, because I will make an admission to everybody here. I'm an action film guy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so one of my favorite movie actors of all time is Clint Eastwood.
Oh, I love Clint Eastwood.
And so in Sudden Impact, which is a Dirty Harry movie, he utters that phrase, "Go ahead, make my day." Yeah. I mean, it is that moment where he is looking down the barrel of that gun and, basically just daring the guy to just do anything. To me, that is one of the all-time great Clint Eastwood movie lines.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make my day. It's that there's a line, and if you cross it, you've gone too far.
He had a line in every one of his movies.
Always. A very quotable line.
I liked, man's got to know his limitations.
Man's got to know his limitations. Yeah. I mean, again, the great sage, Clint Eastwood. But again, for me, that's the line that I think so many people want to be able to say to people and just don't because it's just so harsh and rude. I mean, I'm not even going to ask you, how many times as a pastor have you wanted to look back at someone and say, "Go ahead, make my day"? I mean, it's that moment where you're just like, okay, we've gone as far as we can go with this. Don't do it,
I did tell a deacon one time. I said, no, he said, "Who do you think you are?" I said, "Well, if you ever do that again, I'm going to be your worst nightmare."
Well, you see, it's that kind of line, right? I can remember, on an occasion, my father would say something to me like, when I really pushed it as far as I needed to push it, you need to think very seriously about what you're getting ready to do next. Now, and my dad was not being mean when he said it. It was basically his way of telling me, "Jeff, you've gone as far as you can go." It's the go ahead and make my day moment, right? I mean, don't push this any further. You're at the end of your grace period is now expended. And so we all need to hear that every once in a while.
Every now and then, I think so.
Okay. What else do you have? What do you have?
Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get.
Forrest Gump.
Man, I love that.
Forrest Gump was involved in everything, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What a great movie character.
Yeah, he even helped Elvis, helped Elvis.
Helped him to dance because of his, his magic legs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. First time I saw that movie, I was dumbfounded, and I'm thinking, boy, Tom Hanks is going to get another Academy Award for that.
Yeah.
It was a great movie.
Why that line?
Well, I knew you were going to ask me that. Okay. It boils down to this. Even in uncertainty, even what uncertainty you're going through, God is sovereign. And that never changes. I mean, you always know what you're going to get with God. So you may not know what you're going to get with everybody else, but you always know what you're going to get with God.
Yeah. I have a quote from Forrest Gump as well.
Oh.
So it's another quote. It's another quote that people know out of Forrest Gump. It's what, Mama says, "Stupid is as stupid does."
Stupid does.
I mean, it's the, oh man. I mean, it is the epitome of describing the human condition, right? I mean, stupid is as stupid does. It's a proverb. Dog keeps returning to his own vomit, right? I mean, the spiritual implications of that
that's a great quote.
Are just huge because we are just by nature dumber than fence post, and it's craziness in action, right? We keep trying to do the same thing over and over again. We think we're going to get different results, and then we're frustrated and mad at ourselves and God when the results are always just the same because Stupid is as stupid does.
Stupid is as
so
stupid does. Yeah.
Forrest Gump at his finest.
Yeah, that's great. You know, one of my favorites is Braveheart.
Yeah.
And every man dies, not every man really lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great quote, too.
A powerful quote. Braveheart is such an interesting movie, too, because before they would make it, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Mel Gibson had to sign the contract, and the only way they're going to make it is if he starred in it.
Oh, really?
And he was at the helm of it. So, I mean, that really was so much personality driven to get that made. That's the only way that I can't remember the film company that was going to do it, but that was the stipulation. Yes, we'll make this film, but you are the guy it's going to revolve around. And so many ways, I mean, memorable quotes, memorable lines, I mean, just powerful moments. I mean, is there a spiritual vibe to that you got?
Yep.
Okay.
I look at it as a challenge. It's a challenge to live boldly for purpose, not for comfort.
Okay.
Yep. Every man dies, but not every man really lives.
That's right.
You know how we are.
And that's I mean, that really is a philosophical line too, right? I mean, because you're.
But you know, Jeff, everybody's looking for comfort. You know, who's saying, "What can I do that's going to strengthen me today and push me to the very limit?" Yeah. You don't see that. I mean, you might see it with some people. Most people are looking for the comfort and everything.
Yeah, they want it easy.
Huh?
A life of ease.
Yeah, a life of
comfort and don't push me too hard, and I'll do what I want to do. And
how many people have said that the Christian life is an easy life?
Yeah.
It's not an easy
There's
life.
nothing easy about it at all.
Oh my goodness!
Now we're back to that. Take up your cross daily and follow me.
Yeah.
And die to self, and
Absolutely.
turn the other cheek, and all the kind of stuff that that's hard work sometimes.
Yeah. Let me hear your next one.
My next one is well, you know what? Before I share my next one, I have a gnawing feeling that we need to take a break.
Excellent idea.
So let's take a break.
Yeah.
While we're gone, you watch the commercial, you think about what your favorite movie line is, and when we come back,
Even email them to us.
Oh, yeah. And we'd love to see them. And tell us why you like it.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and keep sharing a few more. All right?
There you go. All
We'll be
right.
right back. Hey there, stop whatever you're doing right now. Get your phone out and go ahead and aim it right here at the screen at the QR code right in front of you. Because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, I'm having such a great time watching The Clash, but there's been some episodes that I've missed. Well, if you take a picture of that QR code and follow it to the website, you're going to discover all the episodes of The Clash that you might have missed on a channel called The Church at 434 in Motion. 434 in Motion has that and a lot of other resources, and we would love for you to catch back up on what you've missed. Every day there's brand new programming that comes out, and we want you to be a part of it. Now, hey, relax. It doesn't cost you a dime. It costs you a little bit of time, but it's well worth it because it's time well spent. Actually, it's almost like you're making money at it. So use the QR code, come find us, see the episodes of The Clash that you missed, and let's get back to the show. We are back, and we're talking about our favorite movie quotes. I was about to throw one just before we took a break, and I know for the last 60, 90 seconds, our folks have been sitting out there waiting. What is he going to say next, right?
Please, tell us what it is.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. You know what that movie that's from?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, yeah. Because and that resonates. I mean, it's a fun movie, but it resonates spiritually with me because I really have always taught that when you follow Jesus, it's an off-road adventure. Whatever road you think you're going to be on, He's going to take you somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
And the truth is, you don't need a road.
Yeah.
You just need to know the way.
Yeah.
And He's the way, the truth,
and life.
And so where we're going.
Yeah.
We don't need roads.
You don't need roads.
And so in life, you can
love
remember
that.
that. It's a good quote. So, yeah. All right. What do you got?
I got one from Gladiator.
Okay. Are you not entertained?
What?
Is that it?
Huh?
Are you not entertained?
No. I like that line.
I do too.
I do that when I drop something around the house, and my wife will go, and I'll go, "Are you not entertained?" I'll do that. Yeah. She hates that.
Yeah,
she
sure.
really does. No, Gladiator. What we do in life echoes in eternity.
It does.
I mean, that tells you that our choices that we make carry eternal weight with them. Whatever your choices are, I guarantee you that's the direction your life is headed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. What's your...
Well, I have to return again with yet another Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry quote. This one, though, is actually from Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
And this one happens pretty early in the film when he's in that cafeteria, and he gets that cup of coffee, and he realizes that they've messed his coffee up, and he's
put sugar in it, all that sugar.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden he ends up chasing this guy across the street.
Yeah.
And he pulls the gun on him.
Yeah.
And he has that moment where he says, you got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? And now that's the quote. Now we've changed it though. It's one of the most misquoted lines of all time.
Yeah.
It's that because the way that we remember it is, do you feel lucky, punk? He doesn't say that, but he stretches it out into a couple of sentences.
Well, he does it at the very end with the guy that he blows into the water. He says, "Well, do you, punk?"
Yeah, it's a powerful moment, right?
Yeah.
And again, but I mean, you mentioned earlier though, that character comes up with a line or two that becomes the tagline that people walk out of the theater just remembering it.
Yeah.
For me, that line's probably not as spiritual as it ought to be, but it's one of those lines that reminds me that what we say and how we say it really does matter. Mm-hmm. And I think as a communicator, I know one of my goals is to give people not necessarily a tagline, but a line that they can remember that will resonate. That phrase that somehow, it's a phrase that pays, right? It's that, okay, can you summarize this in a line? And you give it to them and they remember it. And so, so that's one of my favorites. So.
You just made me think of another movie quote.
Okay.
From
is it something we could share?
No.
Okay. Of course not.
Nutty Professor. The Nutty Professor, when you're all sitting at the dinner table and the mom, the grandmother, the lines. No, let's go on.
Wow. Okay.
Spider-Man. With great power comes great what? Responsibility.
Yeah.
Gifts from God are meant, they're not for you, they're meant for others.
Yeah.
The gifts are not meant for ourselves. And I'm sitting in the theater looking at that, and when his uncle says that to him, I think, hey man,
that'll preach.
That'll preach.
Sure, I did exactly the same thing. I'm like, oh, that's a good line.
It's a good line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Well, what's yours?
How about this one?
All right, let's hear it.
There's no crying in baseball.
I love that. No crying in baseball.
A league of their own, right? Tom Hanks, again, another Tom Hanks quote.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he's talking to her, she's melting down. There's no crying in baseball. It's another one where the makers of the film would come out later and say, that is not the line that they thought would resonate with people. Yeah. They thought what would really resonate is that conversation that the Tom Hanks character has with the Gina Davis character about, it's supposed to be hard because it's the hard that makes it good, and all that narrative that they did there. Yeah. No, it's just there's no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've used that phrase and replaced baseball with whatever we were doing at the time. Right? There's no crying in the Clash. There's no crying in the and it's just a reminder. Sometimes
I love that.
It's a great tension reliever, though.
Oh yeah.
Because if someone's really upset about something, you go, "There's no crying," and whatever, and it makes you laugh.
Yeah, I love the shocked look on. Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
If I remember that correctly, he's spitting as he says it or whatever. There's no crying in baseball. Just completely frustrated. So.
Yeah, that was a great line. I know you're gonna know this one.
Okay.
You can't handle the truth.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Yes.
Did you have that one?
I did have that one. That's actually the next one on my list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
I loved, the Jack Nicholson lines in that movie. Yeah. Is there another kind? When he says he was in grave danger. Is there another kind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicholson, though, when he delivers that line, Tom Cruise, and again, it's a great scene because. Cruise, you know, when he's throwing all he's got, you know, and he's angry and he goes, I want the truth. And then Nicholson fires back with all of that fury and that anger.
Can't handle
you
the
can't
truth.
handle the truth.
Yeah.
But even the cutaway back to Tom Cruise, I mean, in that moment, his reaction is, he is stunned. I mean, he is absolutely stunned at that moment when Nicholson says that. I mean, it's a powerful moment.
Now, do you ever do this? I do this quite often, and it just drives my wife nuts. I get the favorite movie, like I love A Few Good Men, but I'll fast forward it all the way forward to when he's got Jack Nicholson on the stand.
Yeah.
I fast forward it to that just to hear that exchange between them, you know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why he didn't pack.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, it's a great scene. You know, of course, that's why we have YouTube. We don't have to watch the whole movie. We just call it the clip and let it rip.
Yeah, just see the clip.
But you know, for that scene though, you know, you I don't know if you're familiar with that, but Rob Reiner, the director, had scheduled 3 days to film that courtroom scene where we get to that epic moment. So with Cruise and Nicholson, I think Kevin Bacon's there. I mean, I think, you know, you've got a whole lot of stuff that's happening in the courtroom there. They had gotten to the point as they were filming it that, you know, because it was you know, the setups and the cutaways and stuff like that, that they finally got to the point they looked at Nicholson and said, you know, this is really not this is not the keeper we're going to be looking for. We just really need to set this up and kind of deliver the next piece. And Nicholson says, no, I'm going to deliver the line. And so he never would take it off. No one else could read the line for him. And when Reiner asked him why, he goes, I just love to act. And so he was his own stand-in to deliver that line time after time after time. But you know what? I know that our audience probably can't handle the truth, but we're out of time.
Are you serious? Yeah. Oh my goodness, that went by quick.
It did. So I mean, I know you kind of want to wrap this up for us.
Yeah,
so
I just had some things that I shared with you. I wanted to share with our audience because you know, tonight we've laughed, we've remembered some incredible moments. Of course, those lines that stuck with us long after the credits rolled. But here's the truth. Those weren't just great lines. They were actually, I believe, echoes of something deeper, because the reason that those quotes hit us is because they sound a lot like truth. So, you know, there's some movie quotes I didn't even use. Keep moving forward. I did use the one, what we do echoes in eternity. And then there's another movie quote, remember who you are. Yeah, I love that one. Now, that's not just Hollywood. Folks, that's a reminder of how God wired us. You weren't created to sit on the sidelines. You weren't created to just survive life. You were created to live with purpose, with courage, with faith. And here's the challenge tonight. Don't just quote greatness, live it. Don't just admire courage, step into it. And don't just talk about faith, walk it out in your life. Because one day, your life won't be a movie, but it will tell a story. And the question is, what kind of story is your life going to tell? Will it tell a story of fear, or will it tell a story of faith? Will it tell one of comfort, or will it tell one of calling? Playing it safe, or trusting God with everything? Some of the greatest lines in movie history were written for those actors and actresses, but the greatest story ever told is the one that God is writing through you right now. So when you leave here after watching this and going about your business, don't just remember the quotes, become the message. Live in such a way that if someone were to sum up your life in one line, would it point people to him? God bless you. Hope you have a great week, and don't tap out.